assures RSU students of adequate security on the campus. And Nigeria Army destroys massive illegal refinery in Delta State. Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us on RSTV World News. I am Solomon Nelson Braid. We'll begin the news tonight with Governor of Rivers State, Seminary Fubara, saying that even if so much is being done to deliver quantum or projects to deliver his first 100 days in office, the zeal to work more for the state will not be compromised. The governor also visited the Rivers State University campus and found that the attack on some students, assuring that the perpetrators will be uncovered and brought to book. Governor Fubara spoke during an inspection tour around a number of projects located in 4 local government areas of the state. Projects the governor inspected include the 10.3 kilometer long Indorama Agbonchia Ogale Ebubu East-West Link Road, the 19.1 kilometer long Oyibu Okoloma Afam Road, the Comprehensive High School Alessa Elemi, the Botem Beneno Horo Road, the Community Secondary School Koromatai, and the Government Secondary School in Eneka Town. Governor Fubara said he was visiting the various project sites to personally certify their state of completion, so that only projected and desired quality were delivered to the beneficiaries. The governor, who expressed delight at the level of work done, achieved, and the quality standards delivered by the various contractors, said he was mindful of giving only the best to Rivers people. Governor Fubara visited Rivers State University campus, where some identified criminals attacked female students in Hostel D, and assured that the investigation that has opened will uncover the perpetrators and bring them to book, while also promising medical attention for the molested students. We'll bring you the film in our subsequent bulletin. Importance of computer advancement in a contemporary world cannot be overemphasized, especially in the academic environment. Acting Vice Chancellor, Ignatius Ajuri University of Education, Rumolomini, Port Harcourt, Professor Okechukwu Onuchukwu, was speaking at a maiden annual international conference of the Department of Computer Science, Faculty of Natural and Applied Science of the institution. Gospel Anele reports that the theme of the conference was Computing and Technological Advancement.
Declaring the 3-day international conference open, Professor Onuchukwu explained that his administration is determined to promote programs geared towards positioning students on the right developmental map capable of exposing them to modern realities. He revealed that 21 courses have been accredited since he assumed office, among other achievements.
Technology is a very key component of production, and technology these days is driven by IT. And IT is an integral part of computer science. So we are saying that the world is moving ahead into so many areas of computer science. Conferences like this is where we learn more things and then air our views. So those who are participating from here will also air their views. Students that are here will also learn from everything they are going to present today. So I will advise the students to remain focused and stay to the end of the conference.
President, Nigeria Computer Society, and keynote speaker at the conference, Professor Adeshina Shodia, dwelt on technology innovation as catalyst for improved education and rapid national growth, noting that technology is a driver across all sectors and innovation as a problem solver. Head of Department of Computer Science of the institution, Dr. Constance Amanna, and Dean Faculty of Natural and Applied Sciences, Professor Ozioma Ebete, congratulated the acting Vice Chancellor of the institution, Professor Okechukwu Onuchukwu, for his passion over academic advancement. They disclosed that Ignatius Ajuri University of Education has secured approval for an online and print journal, and the institution is set to launch its first edition in the last quarter of this year.
When we have new technology in computing, it's also creating other opportunities. We need to just so move around and be able to be relevant in this modern day 21st century.
We want to see how students can begin to see knowledge as the basis of computing, and when they compute, they add their own contribution in a very embodiment of knowledge that with project innovation to bring about technological advancement.
The world is talking of IT, and we as a university, we are IT based. We have a very beautiful computer lab that our students can sit there and learn the practical knowledge of computer.
Some participants interviewed spoke on the gains derived.
I learned that in order for you to be innovative, you must be very, very creative.
What I actually want to take home today is that in as much as I need creativity, which is also part of it, I also need to take some risk to be able to innovate this and to invest on some things.
The event featured courtesy visits of principal officers of Nigeria Computer Society to Professor Okechukwu Onuchukwu in his office and presentation. God's Power Anele, RSTV News.
The River State Police Command have received a report of an armed robbery attack at the River State University Female Hostel in Port Harcourt. A statement signed by the Police Public Relations Officer Grace Irenge Koko said the River State Commissioner of Police CP Nwoyi Polycarp-Emeka has called for vigilance and urged students, parents and the school management to take advantage of the police control room numbers 0032003514 and 08098880134 for reported suspicious activities. The CP directed the DC Operations Area Commander, Port Harcourt, and the DPO Bolu to provide adequate security on the campus. Away from that, President Bola Tinubu has said African countries have a better chance of overcoming economic security challenges by looking inward for solutions and walking the talk on all of its pledges and agreements. President Tinubu stated this while receiving letters of credence from the three envoys at the State House: Ambassador of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, Awal Wagris Mohammed, Ambassador of the Republic of Cuba, Mrs. Miriam Morales Palmero, and Ambassador of the United Arab Emirates, Salim Saeed Al-Shamsi. In a side meeting with the Ambassador of Ethiopia, the President assured the envoy that Nigeria will continue to strengthen its ties with African countries in the area of trade, security, and economic growth. Mohammed congratulated the President for the historic decisions he has taken in the country and the impact of the policies on the continent, assuring of his dedication to improve relations between Nigeria and Ethiopia. In another meeting with the Ambassador of Cuba, President Tinubu commended the small nation for excelling in advancement of indigenous medical sciences and accessible health care at the grassroots, all while assuring the stability of the surrounding region. The President noted that Nigeria and Cuba share some cultural similarities that can be explored to improve the lives of citizens, especially in tourism and other economic sectors. Receiving the UAE ambassador, the President directed that issues affecting relations with the Emirates airline and issuance of visas to Nigerians should be immediately resolved, emphasizing that he stands prepared to personally intervene. The ambassador of UAE said he already sees himself as a Nigerian, considering the historical antecedents of the country, its long-standing leadership role in Africa, and its reputation for hospitality to strangers. The Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, has ordered the Permanent Secretary Olushade Adeshola to facilitate the prompt payment of the hospital bills of the victims of the collapsed building in the FCT. The Federal Emergency Management Agency, who confirmed the incident in a press statement on Thursday morning, said 37 people have been rescued, with 2 of them fatally injured. FCT Minister Nyesom Wike, who visited the scene of the building collapse, the FCT Minister of State, Dr. Baria Mahmood, and the Permanent Secretary, FCTA, Olushade Adeshola, before embarking on a project tour, thanked the agencies for rescuing the victims while directed immediate payment of hospital bills for the victims still alive. The minister also used the opportunity to reiterate that taking action against poorly constructed buildings was not a personal vendetta against anyone, but a move to save as many lives as possible from disaster. The Punch earlier reported that a two-story of the Lagos Crescent in Garaki 2, Abuja, collapsed yesterday following a downpour. This is RSTV World News. Still to come on the news, China begins controversial discharge of treated wastewater in Pacific Ocean, sparking protest. And in sports, World Football Governing Body opens disciplinary proceedings against Spanish Football Federation's president. These and more when we return from the break. Stay with us.
No matter what I do, you love me unconditionally. You show up for me every day. No matter when I show you, you show me love. You show me, you show me, you show me. No matter when I show you, you show me love.
Now available in new flavors.
You show me love.
Where is Glory? Excuse me, ma'am.
Hello? Where Glow now?
I did here.
Glow don't go village. Tell all our customer abi.
Everybody pay attention. See, now Glow berekete 10x.
Now he might they take tension my customers.
Now they dash me 10 times the credits when I load. Or even summer me double data join.
Yeah. Wait, so with 1.5 when they give all of us, so you they enjoy up to
15,000 naira credit and data.
And I say I never finish you.
See, now say we enjoy if I join Glow berekete 10x. When I go get 1,000 naira welcome credits.
You just carry your phone, dial *777# finish.
Glow, you don't win.
Una see they here. Hello, please, I'm looking for Glow. Please save now Glow with they find. Now Glow with they go. Okay, so
enjoy 10 times the value of your recharge on Glow Berekete 10X. You also get 1,000 naira for calls and data and double data bonus on your subscription.
Omega Power Ministries OPM Worldwide presents Dr. Jesus Night with Coconut. It's a night where power is released. It's a night of solution. It's a night when God answers all your troubling questions. It's a night of great financial restoration. It's a night of total healing. It's a night to enjoy the benefits of serving God.
Friday, 25th August 2023.
Time 8 p.m. till dawn. It's a night vigil. And Sunday,
27th August 2023.
Time come before 8 a.m. in the morning. Venue OPM Dr. Jesus City, Mbodo, Alo, River State, Nigeria. Directions: as soon as you get to Rumokoro Junction, ask any taxi you're going to OPM new site at Alo called Dr. Jesus City. OPM Dr. Jesus in action. Dr. Jesus in action. God is here.
No matter what I do, you love me unconditionally. You show up for me every day. No matter when I show you, you show me love. You show me, you show me, you show me. No matter when I show you, you show me love.
Now available in new flavors.
You show me love.
This is RSTV World News. We bring you world-class news, accurate, first-hand, entertaining, balanced analysis. RSTV, Channel 22 Port Harcourt.
You're welcome back. Police in Zimbabwe have arrested 41 election monitors for allegedly trying to disrupt the voting process. Those being held from civil society groups were allegedly coordinated the release of results from Wednesday's general election, police say. According to the report, the lawyer said they were being charged with breaking the electoral law. Police officers carried out a series of raids and arrests in the capital, Harare, including at a hotel and offices of the Zimbabwe Election Support Network and Election Resource Center where the 41 worked. The 93 people were being accused of attempting to announce results before the state election body, who by law are the only ones who can declare a winner. The state elections body chairperson Priscilla Chigumba had urged civil society groups to set up their own parallel tabulation processes to encourage transparency and scrutiny. Protests against Syria's government are intensifying in the country's south amid widespread anger over its decision to cut fuel subsidies when millions of people are already struggling to afford basic goods because of hyperinflation. A large banner showing President Bashar al-Assad hanging in one of the main squares in the city of Suwaida is seen being set on fire. Protesters have been calling for the fall of the president with chants such as "Long live Syria" and "Down with Bashar al-Assad," echoing those of 2011 pro-democratic uprising that descended into civil war. Government-held Suwaida has witnessed protests against Assad over the past 12 years, but this is the first time that such slogans have been heard on its streets. The report added that his regime has long been careful in its dealings with the minority Druze sect, whose followers make up most of the residents of the city and the surrounding province. It has tolerated dissent there to a larger degree than it would in other areas under its control. King Charles is set to travel to France in September after a scheduled visit in March was cancelled due to protests against pension reforms. The king and his wife Queen Camilla have been scheduled to tour Paris and Bordeaux, the first leg of a trip that would also take in Germany. The visit in March had been planned to take place shortly after Prime Minister Rishi Sunak's participation in a Paris summit. Away from that, Japan has begun its controversial discharge of treated wastewater from the Fukushima nuclear plant into the Pacific Ocean, sparking protest in the region and retaliation from Beijing. Japan says the water is safe and many scientists agree. The UN's nuclear watchdog has also approved the plan, but critics say more studies need to be done and release should be halted. China, which has been the most vocal of opponents since the plan was announced 2 years ago, called the water discharge an extremely selfish and irresponsible act. According to the report, China said Japan was passing an open wound onto the future generations of humanity. Shortly afterwards, China's customs office announced that an existing ban on seafood import from Fukushima and some prefectures would be immediately extended to cover the whole of Japan to protect the health of Chinese consumers. World champion and record holder in women's 100-meter hurdles, Tobi Amuson, is one race away from successfully defending the title she won in 2022 after easing into the final of the 2023 World Athletics Championship in Budapest, Hungary on Wednesday night. She clocked a time of 12.656 seconds to win the second semi-final and take one of the automatic spots in the final, which comes up in this evening session. Like she did in the heats of Tuesday, Amuson picked up slowly from the starting block and crossed the line ahead of Jamaica's Akera Nugent, who picked the second qualifying spot in the race in a time 12.60 seconds. The 26-year-old will now return from the heavyweight final when she will line up against American former world record holder Kendra Harrison. who leads the pack with 12.33 seconds from the first semi-finals, and Olympic champion Jasmine Camacho Quinn, who posted 12.41 seconds to win the list semi-finals. The final is slated for 7:22 p.m. Nigerian time. Meanwhile, the Sports Development Minister John Eno has applauded Amusan for reaching the women's 100-meter hurdles final at the ongoing World Athletics Championship in Budapest. This is RSTV World. We'll now take a short break and we'll return back to the news. Stay with us.
The National Executive Council of Ekpe People's General Assembly invites the general public to Ekpe General Congress with the theme Ekpe Development, Challenges and the Future. Keynote University. Special guest of honor, His Excellency Sir Siminalayi Fubara, Governor of Rivers State. The occasion will be chaired by Honorable Evangelist Hope Ikriko, PhD, DSSRS, Chairman of Ahoda West LGA, High Chief Benjamin Ege, Esquire, DSSRS, Chairman, Ahoda East LGA, Grand Royal Father of the Day, His Imperial Majesty, Eze Kelvin Ngozi Anugo, PhD, DSSRS, Ezekwe Lobo III of Ekpe Land. Date, August 26, 2023. Venue, Ekpe House, Ahoda East LGA of Rivers State. Time 11 a.m. prompt. All sons and daughters of Ekpe ethnic nationality are by this announcement requested to be at the Congress to discuss issues affecting them and chart a new course for Ekpe's development. Dr. Okechukwu Nyeminim, President General Uzubanekwe, High Chief Grace Adi Dixon JP, Chairman, Organizing Committee, Comrade Obuka Chris Umida, Publicity Secretary, announcers.
This is RSTV World News. We bring you world-class news, accurate, first-hand, entertaining, balanced analysis. RSTV.
Still on sports, World Football Governing Body FIFA has opened disciplinary proceedings against Spanish Football Federation President Luis Rubiales for his behavior at Sunday's Women's World Cup final. FIFA says it will look at whether those actions constitute violations of Article 13 in its disciplinary code concerning offensive behavior and fair play. According to the code, officials are among those that must comply with the principles of fair play, loyalty, and integrity. In a statement, FIFA reiterates its unwavering commitment to respecting the integrity of all individuals and strongly condemns any behavior to the contrary. It says disciplinary measures can be brought against anyone violating the basic rules of decent conduct, insulting a natural or legal person in any way, especially by using offensive gestures, signs, or language, or behaving in a way that brings the sport of football and or FIFA into disrepute. Rubiales kissed forward Jerry Hermoso on the lips after Spain beat England at the final of the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup held in Australia and New Zealand. Rubiales' celebration at the whistle was in the VIP area of Stadium Australia, while he was standing near Queen Letizia of Spain and her 16-year-old daughter. Well, that's the end of the news, but just before we leave, a reminder of some of the major stories. Governor Fubara of Rivers State has vowed not to compromise delivery of quantum projects in Rivers State. Rivers State Police Command has assured RSU students of adequate security on campus. We also brought you a report that the Nigerian Army has destroyed massive illegal refinery in Delta State. That's the news. Thank you so much for being a part of it. My name is Solomon Nelson Great. Good night.
This is RSTV World News. We bring you world-class news, accurate, first-hand, entertaining, balanced analysis. RSTV, Channel 22 Port Harcourt.
I come from a people who believe.
Her people with the will and the way.
I come from a people united by passion,
Determination to succeed and to succeed.
We are a people who overcome all challenges. As a people, we create hope for the future.
We are one people, united by a common bond, to create the rivers of our dreams.
I believe in the security of our people.
And I believe in the unity of our heritage.
I believe in the oneness of our people.
Together we are determined to succeed. Together we are River State. One people, one heritage, one goal. One rivers, one faith, one responsibility.
This is my responsibility.
This is my rivers.
Our state, our responsibility.
Asleep in Jesus, blessed.
The death has been announced of our colleague and the former River State Secretary of Ratao, late Comrade Monday Barakoro, who until his death on July 8, 2023, was the head of administration with River State Television, Port Harcourt. He was aged 53 years old. Burial arrangement, Friday 25th August 2023, from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Body leaves North Ari Mortuary, Bori, to his compound in Okwale, 10 a.m. Body laid to rest at his hometown Okwale in Kana local government area of River State. May his gentle soul rest in peace. Signed, Comrade Dirokweni Igolima, Chairperson, Ratao, RSTV Chapter.
Nigeria is one of the great nations of Africa, oil-rich, teeming with wildlife, and home to diverse peoples and cultures.
We host key players to fashion out ways to diversify its economy.
We focus, among others, on education, health, agriculture, politics, environmental issues, and remote development.
Good morning, ma'am. No problem at all, ma'am. I just came to give feedback, and that's all.
Feedback?
Yes, ma'am.
So feedback? Yeah, that was why you came this early morning. Couldn't you have called down the phone?
I'm sorry. See, I never meant to. I'm sorry.
It's alright. It's alright.
You see, Debs, as a matter of fact, I meant this and I've always wanted to. Yes. Hi, Deborah.
Hi.
Well, I'll be in my room. That I'm going to my room does not mean I cannot come out again. No. Unexpectedly.
Hello? Debs? Hello?
Mama? Mama, where did you keep the new sachet of toothpaste? Mike.
Yes.
Hi.
Yeah, good morning.
What are you... How did you get in here?
It's okay. Tony let me in.
Oh.
I just came to give you an update on my discussion with the inspector.
Kedu maka? Kedu uma?
Good morning, ma'am. No problem at all, ma'am. I just came to give feedback, and that's all.
Feedback?
Yes, ma'am.
So feedback? Yeah, that was why you came this early morning. Couldn't you have called on the phone?
Mama, I don't even know. I thought since I was just 2 blocks away, why don't I come in person?
Of course. Of course. Dev service.
Yes, Mom.
On my way to church.
Bye, Mom.
Okay.
Bye, Mama. So?
Yeah, please give me a few minutes while I freshen up. I look a mess right now.
Oh, I swear, I did not even notice.
I'll be right back.
Because no matter where you go, no matter how we be, I go always there for you. Anything where you chop or whatever you drink, oh, I cannot leave it back for you. All I ask in return is that you treat me a little better with eyebrow. Toilet cleaner, my hygiene now your own no eyebrow. Toilet cleaner, it's a win-win for me and you, so make me win more.
Here's to the Earth Defiers. To those who break through the limits. To those who